recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the Republican tax sham. It's been 8 months since the Republicans passed their massive unpaid-for tax cut without a single Democratic vote. At that time, Democrats and independent experts warned that their so-called tax reform plan that wasn't paid for and that was so heavily skewed to the wealthy and big corporations would harm our economy and damage important programs like Medicare and Social Security. And now we're beginning to see what many of us feared is coming true. Health insurance companies in state after state are announcing higher premiums for next year, while health coverage for those living with pre-existing conditions happen to be on the chopping block. To make matters worse, the Medicare trustees have cut 3 years off the life of the Medicare Trust Fund because of the Republican tax bill. Think of it. This vote this morning will add $631 billion to the national debt on top of the $2.3 trillion that they've already embraced with the recklessness of their tax package. But instead of backing away from this mistake, they're doubling down this morning. And their second round of tax cuts for the wealthy will further compromise the future of Medicare and Social Security, depriving seniors of the benefits that they've earned. Today's bill will once again demonstrate that they are hardly the party of fiscal rectitude or conservatism. The original tax bill, as I noted a moment ago, adds $2.3 trillion to the debt so that people understand this is all borrowed money that will go to corporations and high-income earners who undoubtedly will receive the bulk of these benefits in the tax cut. Now, Republicans want to give the most well-off and well-connected Americans even more tax cuts with their new proposal. Again, emphasizing the following: an additional $3 trillion of debt based all upon borrowed money. The Republicans are doubling down on this tax law's attack and once again harming the American middle class. There's virtually nothing in here that comes to the aid of the middle class because they give it to them on one hand and take it away on the other. This proposal would make permanent the $10,000 cap on the state and local tax deduction for individuals, even while corporations will face no limits on their SALT deductions. This, at the same time, we should recognize, eliminates many tax incentives and pretty important incentives for middle-class families to get ahead. So once again, this package, like the one before it, is being rushed through, no hearings, no witnesses, and no input from stakeholders. A rushed and lopsided process resulted in the disaster that we voted on just weeks ago. So my staff has identified over 100 problems with this proposal, and we're happy to share those with any who are interested. This provision that we're voting on today is reckless, and it's a cut for the wealthy that leaves behind hardworking families, and I reserve the balance of my